Shira, Avana Shira, let us sing.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So tonight, not only are we gathering to celebrate Shabbat, but we are here to honor our music director, Don McGahan, for his 30 years of service, 30 years and counting. It's already been 30 years of service to this community. And also, on this week, 4 people, unrelated to one another and in totally different conversations, said to me, "This is my safe space. This building, these people, this room, it's my safe space, and I want to be here this week." So we're honoring that. We really invite you to feel sheltered, to feel taken care of, to feel safe, to feel wanted, included. This is our place where we belong and where we can practice and teach those values that are here to make the world a better place. So we, as we begin this journey, we'll light Shabbat candles. We have 3 members of the board who are here to light Shabbat candles and to bring greetings from the board, Don. So page 2 in our prayer book. You just one person should just.
Let's sing. Launching matches now.
Can you try these?
Burn the place down. Oh, that's
All right, that's good.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom. We're going to turn to page 6. At the top of the page, there's a reading that is a reflection of this wish that we have, this prayer, that this space be a safe place for all of us. Let's read together. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. Continue with Kabbalat Shabbat on page 12, Lechuna Ranana at the top of the page, and this one runs straight into Psalm 96, Shir Ladonai.
Nadi גדול, גדול אדוני, ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים. לכו, 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 לכו לנגנה, לכו לנגנה לאדוני. לכו, לכו, לכו לנגנה, נעליה לצור ישנו. שירו, לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו, לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו, לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו, שירו, שירו לאדוני, שירו, לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו, לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו, לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו, שירו, שירו לאדוני, שירו, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו, לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו, לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו, שירו, שירו
Continue on page 20, Lecha Dodi. We will sing paragraphs 1, 2, 5, and 9, and we are here to welcome Shabbat, the presence of Shabbat. So once we get to that 9th paragraph, we'll turn to the door and welcome in the Shabbat presence.
Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, ושמו תפארת ונתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, וראש מקדם נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורף רובי אורי, 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 שתדברי. כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה תוך אמוני העם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה ונשמה וקבלה. לך דודי
don't sit down yet. Please take a moment to wish one another Shabbat Shalom. Introduce yourself to someone if you've not met them before.
Hey, Tim. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Yo, Doc. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So you got your group here. I see you got your group here. It's Team again. Team again.
I wish they brought signs like with your face on it.
We will.
Okay.
Okay. Karen, you got that? Yeah, come on. You're our leader.
Continuing Kabbalat Shabbat on page 23, in the second paragraph, 4 lines down. Mikalot Mayim Rabim.
Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim nishbareya. Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim nishbareya. Adir b'marom Adonai, adir b'marom Adonai, adir b'marom Adonai, adir b'marom Adonai, mikolot mayim rabim, adirim nishbareya. Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim nishbareya. Adir b'marom Adonai, adir b'marom Adonai, adir b'marom Adonai, adir b'marom Adonai, mikolot mayim rabim, adirim nishbareya. Mikolot mayim rabim, adirim nishbareya. Adir b'marom Adonai, adir b'marom Adonai, adir b'marom Adonai, adir
Page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמך הבא. ועל מעריב רכילותיו ימליך מלכותך, בחייכון וביומכון ובחי לכל בית ישראל. בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן כהנים, אמרו אמן. יהי שמיה במבורך, לעולם רב יתברך וישתבח ויתבר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לעילם מלכה בחטא ושירתה תושבך אדונך תמירם ועלמם ואמרו
Please rise as you are able for Baruch, page 28.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
The next page. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma potech she'arim, v'vitvuna meshana itim, mechalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et hakochavim, v'mishmerotehem barakeo kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or.
מעביר יום ומביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים.
Turning the page, read the first 6 lines together. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever.
כי הם חיינו והורך ימינו, והם נגי יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
You may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם.
On page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. Together, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Page 40, Michamocha.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Tehilo, Gad Yisrael.
42.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Ephraim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shomecha V'tagnenu Be'etzatova Milfanecha V'hashirenu Eman Shemecha Baruch atah Adonai Haborei Sukkot Shalom Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo ve'al Yerushalayim Shalom ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo ve'al Yerushalayim Shalom Baruch atah Adonai haborei sukkot Shalom Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
We turn now to page 253 from Misha Berach. Carrying through this idea of the Sukkot Shalom, the shelter of peace that God spreads over us. We especially think of those members of our community, our family, our friends who are in need of healing, of body or spirit. And we also have a moment to think about ourselves. What is it that we need right now, this very moment, to help make our lives a life of blessing? This week's Torah portion, Avram is told by God to go and be a blessing. What does it mean to make our lives a blessing? What do we need right now to do that? And we'll sing that first paragraph together, share the names of the members of our community in need of healing, and then sing together the last paragraph. We begin in the middle of the page.
Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
Hold in our hearts for healing Ellen Apple, Shirley Abriola, Julie Arnheim, Peggy Boone, Alex Botkin, Jimmy Broff, Jerry Chesson, Chuck Davis, Eileen Davis, Joanne Mandel DeWitt, William Scott Fleming, Stephen Irish, Kate Can, Naum Kaplan, Al Camper, Carrie Kinkella, Eitan Klausner, Paige Lang, Alan Leskold, Sally Littman, Laura Marshak, Hal Mendlewis, Stephen Nidus, Bud Roth, Richard David Rothman, Cheryl Sachs Dowling, Stephen Schimmel, Benjamin F. Siegel, Adam Scheffler, Rabbi Jonathan Stein, Jonathan Wind, Kayla Wright, James J.H. Yee, Hinda Sarah Bat Chana Pearl, Yirmiyatia Shulamit Bat Miriam, Chava Gitel Bat Toiba, Deborah Zions. Anyone other names?
Andrea Solomon.
Terry Haas, Robin Enright, and Shirley Close.
Bruce Lamb, Robert Harrow, American Democracy.
Continue in the middle of the page, second paragraph.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We turn back to page 44, the bottom of the page, Yismechu.
ישמחו במלאכותיך, ישמחו במלאכותיך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג, עונג שבת. ישמחו במלאכותיך, ישמחו במלאכותיך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג, עונג שבת. מקדש שביעי, מקדש שביעי שבת, כל העם ישבעו, ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג, עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת, חמדת ימים, אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג, עונג שבת.
We turn now to the Tefillah on page 46. We're going to begin together with the opening meditation there on page 46. We're going to continue on our own silently through page 60. Either the words on the page or the words in your heart. You may sit down at any time. Please rise as you are able.
Adonai אזי תפתח, ופיה יתהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. רפיר, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני, 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 צורי, אדוני, So this evening, as Rabbi Henry mentioned, we are holding space for those who it may have been a difficult week for. We emphasize this refuge, this Shabbat Shalom, this shelter of peace that we have over us here at Erev Shalom congregation. And so to that end, we're going to look at our Hashkivenu prayer in a little bit more detail. Our evening prayer, right, it's one of the blessings around the Amidah, our blessings around the Shema before the Amidah. And this prayer is that we be laid down safely. It's like a liturgical lullaby. And as this was a service honoring Don, we did his favorite setting in the Hashkivenu slot, right? That Hashkivenu Adonai. And so that's a setting that Don finds meaningful, that he finds comfort and peace in. And we're going to look at a few other settings that hopefully will bring you a sense of comfort. It's been a difficult week for many of us. So let's start with a setting by Michelle Citron. Michelle Citron is a singer-songwriter, Jewish prayer leader in Brooklyn, and she's also a good friend. And every Simchat Torah, I actually go to Brooklyn to be with her and others and drum and sing together in community. So this is a really meaningful setting for me by Michelle Citron. For some reason, my fingers are very sweaty, so we'll just see how that goes. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Ve'ha'amitenu, shomreinu lechayim, lechayim. Ufros aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha, ufros aleinu, Sukkot Shlomecha. Sukkot Shalom, Sukkot Shalom, Sukkot Shalom, Aleinu, Aleinu. As I lay me down, may I feel peace all around, sheltered beneath your wings. May I feel safe and protected until a new day begins. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Ve'ha'amitenu, shomreinu lechayim, lechayim. Sukkot Shalom, Sukkot Shalom, Sukkot Shalom, Aleinu, Aleinu, Aleinu. Michelle Citron's beautiful Hashkivenu lullaby. Our next setting, hopefully for those who aren't such guitar-y singer-songwriter folks, is by Zavel Kwarten, famous cantor from the golden age of Chazanut. You notice this is obviously in an unaccompanied chant style, which really, I think for some folks, brings them a sense of comfort, a sense of peace, this Ashkenaz cantorial tradition. And so hopefully some folks, hear that tradition, right? That sense of continuity between our ancestors and now. I would also like to emphasize a text change, right? So in our Mishkan Tefillah prayer books, we don't have the text Vehaser Satan milfanenu umeacharenu. So keep Satan from before us and behind us. We have this text, keep away from us, oyev dever cherev ra'av ve'yagon, that we are defended against enemies, illness, war, and famine, and sorrow. But we kind of abandon this idea of the Satan, right, which in Judaism, in liturgical Judaism and rabbinic Judaism, is the adversary, right? Satan is often our Yetzer Hara, our inclination to do evil. So I think it does have relevance here, right? Because we have all these things. We don't want all the bad things around us, war and famine and illness. But also we want to keep away from us this inclination to do evil, right? We have these physical threats and we can't turn that into our own desire to do evil acts or to, just because we experience fear or mistrust, ultimately we need to listen to that voice of good, to that powerful reminder not to lose our sense of hope, of our humanity, and to see that spark of light in others. I'm going to do actually D minor. Could we do D minor? Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom V'hamidenu shomrenu Chayim Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shalomecha V'tagnenu Betzatova Milfanecha Mehoshiachenu Leman Shemecha Vehagen Badenu Vehaser Me'alenu Hoyavdev Vecherev Merav Ve'yagon Vehaser Satan Milfanenu Umeachrenu V'tzel knafecha V'tzel knafecha tastirenu Ki al shomrenu U'matzilenu ata Ki al malach malachon berachomata Ushmar zetenu v'ano l'chayim u'l'shalom מעתה ועד העולם. Very different sense of peace. And I find one thing that is a bit of a remedy when I'm feeling kind of a deep sense of dread is to find those moments to overcome our fear, those moments of joy. We deliberately had that setting of Yismachu, right? Because it's still Shabbat. It's still a chance for us to be in each other's company and to mark this gift of Shabbat. And so for those who are struggling, one way to find some of that joy is to find a friend and sing together. And so one way to cultivate that is to invite a friend to sing with you. And so I'd like to invite Alicia Jeroba Pollock, one of our choir members, a fantastic singer. We sang this piece at Kol Nidre, a very solemn evening, and people just remarked, the levity and the beauty of the piece and what a joy it was to hear. So hopefully you can find some comfort in this beautiful setting of Hashkivenu by Aminadav Aloni. This is our last setting, and if you're not a Broadway person, it might not be your cup of tea, but it's a really soothing setting for many of us.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom Vehamidenu Shomrenu L'chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha V'taknenu V'tzatova Milfanecha V'hoshienu Leman Shemecha V'hoshienu V'hagen Ba'adenu
והסר עלינו אויב דבר וחרב ורע ויגור והסר שטן מלפנינו ומאחרינו
Hashkivenu
השכיבנו
Adonai Eloheinu
אדוני אלוהינו
L'shalom
לשלום
Ve'ha'amidenu
והעמידנו
Shomrenu
שומרנו
L'chaim
לחיים
Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha V'tagnenu V'tzatova Milfanecha V'hoshienu Leman Shemecha V'hoshienu V'hagen Ba'adenu
ובצנע כנפיך תסתירנו, כי אל שומרנו ומצלנו אתה, כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה.
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום.
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו מעתה ועד עולם.
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום.
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו מעתה ועד עולם.
ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה ושמרצתנו ובואנו לשלום ושמרצתנו ובואנו לעתה ועד
Shabbat Shalom.
Send a little warmth. Yep, like this. Like
Not
this.
that kind of warm.
Like this. There you go. I guess we'll do so we have a couple words to say to Don, but we're going to do it in a few moments. Let's rise, please, for Aleinu, page 282. Rise as you're able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגלור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Please remain standing as you're able. Kaddish is on page 294. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us. Dr. Rabbi Walter Jacob, our teacher and rabbi and friend, Norman Lass, Leon Paradise, a member of our community. We also remember those who died at this season in years past and whose yard site we observe on this Shabbat. Byron Baldick, Meyer Berger, Lenore R. Berger, Robert Brandegie, Mildred Kaplan, Richard Cohen, Edward Greenberg, Edward Eitzel, Lawrence Elbaum, Melvin Eller, Tessie Freiberg, David Jins, Joseph Gould, Irma Gergen, Samuel Jacobson, Kwazi J. Yorba, Karen Katofsky, Seymour Kraus, Nathan Loudsberg, Alan Lefkowitz, Malcolm Levy, Susan F. Lippard, Theodore Mallinger, Charles Markison, Leonard Rahm, Andrew E. Rosenberg Jr., Rosalind Sarens, M.J. Snyder, Peter Tima, Janet Wilper, Susan Workman. Any other names for Kaddish for tonight?
Patsy Bluestone.
Zichronam livracha, may all their memories be for blessing. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, yalmad yivrach yurtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon, v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agalau v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mavarach le'olam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudashah v'yirku. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tishbachata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. You may be seated. We'll start off with acknowledging Luke up in the balcony for providing our sound and streaming, and I know you're going to want to thank the choir, so I'm going to thank you too, but really Cantor Glasser likes to thank you. So go ahead and thank them.
Thank you so much, Lord of Shira. fantastic to have you, and thank you for your support for this simcha and for sharing your voices with us this evening, as always. And yeah, I think, is Don going to come up and join us? Yeah, come up the front, Don. We just wanted to share a few words about this magnificent man. So, Rabbi Henry, would you like to go first? Or?
Oh, sure. So, Don, I'm just going to, I'm okay. I'm going to give you this gift first, and then I'll say. So, after I got to the right aisle in the white, because Dan sent me to the right aisle, I hope. Then I had all these bottles looking at me, and I don't know how to choose. So I looked at the descriptions, and this is what I picked. Ready? At first sniff, the spicy red fruit is shy. With time, the macerated strawberry and bright red raspberry aromas announce their presence. So first the shy, then I didn't. For so many years, I never talked to you. We never talked, and then all of a sudden, you announced your presence, and there you were. The wine's lithe mouthful is matched by equally elegant flavors, elegant flavors of chrysanthemum, tea, bergamot, and black cap raspberry sorbet. Anyway, I was drawn in by the shyness, the presence, the elegance, and just like these words are just sort of magical, and so I wanted you to have that wine. I hope it's good. And you can keep this here so you have this. So really, though, you've been here for 30 years, which is a really long time to be anywhere, and you have given so much to us, so much of your heart, so much of your soul and your spirit, and I have to say that my rabbinical school teachers would not love to hear this, but I didn't have such spiritual guidance until I got to you, until I met you, and really understood what it meant to be a faithful person who's not afraid to talk about God, not afraid to talk about belief, and really lives that life as well. And so thank you for all of that. Thank you for all your gifts of music, which I really can't talk about because once you and Cantor Glaser start talking, I'm lost. But I can talk about what a good friend you are to this community, to all of us, and what an inspiration and what an absolute joy you are to all of us. So thank you.
I just wanted to add a couple of words. So we had a similar thought process that Don, when we said, it's been 30 years, let's organize a Shabbat, and Don brought me a kiddush, a really unique kiddush that I'd never heard. And so, I thought about this kiddush and about you, and just like you, this kiddush is original and profound and challenging and dynamic, but above all, undeniably brilliant. You are the institutional memory of this place, and as a cantor, you are a link to Mimi Lerner, such a beloved figure, and to the clergy from before, and to all the music that has come before us, from the organ to the choir. So you really are a grounding musically for this entire community, and just such a blessing to work with you and to have you in my life. And so thank you so much for all you bring. You're about to hear this glorious kiddush. Don actually arranged a choral part because he wanted to include the choir, because that's who he is. He is inclusive and he is creative, and so thank you so much for this blessing of a new piece of music, a new arrangement, and thank you for all that you do.
So, and here's a card. It's signed by members of the choir and by the two of us, but it's really from the whole community, so we'll put that in there with your wine. In this week's Torah portion, God tells Avram to go forth, lech lecha, and go and be a blessing. And we want to say to you is thank you for the blessing that you are and the blessing that you bring to all of us. Right. And there's dessert. We have some special things that you like, we hope, for our oneg, and some things I know you like. All right. So I will be able to, here's this. Kiddush is on page 5. This is a special one.
Don't try and sing along.
Yeah.
Baruch Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kidshanu, Asher kidshanu, b'mitzvotov v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodesh b'avot, v'ratzon hinchidanu, zikaron l'maseh v'reshit. Ki hu yom techilah, Ki hu yom techilah, Ki hu yom techilah, lemikra kodesh, Zacher litziat, Zacher litziat, Zacher litziat Mitzrayim, Zacher litziat Mitzrayim, Ki hu yom tchilah lemikra kodesh, Zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Ki vonu v'acharta, Ki vonu v'acharta, Ki vonu v'acharta, ve'atana kidashta mikol hamim, Shabbat kodesh, Shabbat kodesh, v'ratzon, be'ahava v'ratzon, hinchatana
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen.
RSC Shalom is our closing song.
And Mazel Tov to Don on that beautiful arrangement and beautiful piece that he has brought to our community. 343. Ose shalom bimnaomav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Is that up for you?